Twitter, Facebook, and everybody else. There's a lot of news going on today, for sure, about Tommy Robinson in the UK. Now, I've been following Tommy for quite a while. I don't even know how long. A couple of years, something like that. Run across his stuff. I mean, I don't follow him like, every post, things like that. But I do support what he's standing for. And what I believe that he's standing for is the right to be a countryman that's proud of the country that he belongs to. What has it come to when nowadays you can't even be proud and defend your own country without being blamed and claimed as a racist? It's not allowed for you to go out and point out the evils that are being done, especially by certain groups of people, in the name of their religion. I'm sick of it. I wouldn't care what religion it was. I wouldn't care what ideology. It's got to stop. All this PC stuff that's going on all over the world, including here in America. I mean, all we have to do is look overseas because it's happening there first. Look what's happening. People are being thrown in jail for reporting on court cases that are happening. For those of you that don't know, Tommy Robinson was outside of a courthouse where verdicts were supposed to be read for several defendants alleged of human trafficking, raping young girls and children, and basically teaching them, to be sexual slaves and things like that. And so there's this group of men, over 10 of them, I believe. I think there's 12. Could be wrong on that number, but that's not the point. The point is that this man was outside the courthouse on his live feed, freedom of speech, just out there letting the people that follow him know, and whoever else watches it, that this is happening and the verdicts will be read, and the police come and they shut him down and they arrest him and they wheel him away so that he can't be heard from because he's breaching the peace. Breaching the peace, my ass. So sick of this. So sick of it. Everybody else, other than one race or one skin color or one everything, can do whatever they want to do. And then they and all of their crimes or their deeds, their bad deeds or whatever get brushed aside, and it's like, oh well, we need to be tolerant. We need to understand them. What? If you come here, you assimilate. You learn the ways. You learn how it's supposed to be done. Call me a racist. I don't care. Everything's racist these days. Everything. Doesn't matter if I say something, don't say something. There's a lady in a store, a black lady. She's on an aisle. Because the cashier sees this lady on an aisle and calls for assistance to somebody go help her, they're racist because, well, why does the black lady need help? What, you think that she can't do it on her own? Damned if they do, damned if they don't. Doesn't matter. If they wouldn't have called for help, she wouldn't have gotten any assistance, they would have been racist for not helping her. But then they're racist for helping her. So what is it? What's the answer? I'm sick and tired of seeing good people that are standing up for what they believe in, for their countries, standing up for freedom of speech, basic human rights, and being targeted, persecuted, and thrown in prison or worse, all in the name of political correctness. This stuff's got to stop. And it starts with you. It starts with you starting to stand up and actually do something about it. It takes more than just sharing videos and sharing news articles. It starts with doing something, going out, being at your city councils, being at writing your legislatures, going out and protesting, doing something. I see this world going down. It's going down, and history is repeating itself. May I remind you, and this is not convenient for many people. It's not convenient for anybody, but especially for many people that think it's all these Christians or white people's fault or whatever. May I remind you what the Crusades were actually about? Because that's what usually gets brought up. Well, you talk about Muslim and, there's Sharia law and, there's things that are not good. But, remember those Crusades? Let me tell you about those Crusades. Those Crusades were defensive. They were defensive measures put in place and waged against Muslims invading those parts of the countries and taking Christian brothers and sisters as slaves. Millions of Christians as slaves or murdered or both. And the Crusades was started to fight, to put an end to it. And it was. It's just how I'm feeling. Right, wrong, in between. I stand for what I believe. Stand for what I believe. And this has got to stop. It's got to stop. Let my people go.